Yes.
Yeah. And here we go.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to OK Bud, the podcast where everything is going to be okay, bud. I am Ben Kissel at Ben Kissel1, joined by Jerry Aquino.
What's up?
At Miss_Jerry, Jerii, and Kyle Plouffe at Kyle Plouffe.
Hello.
Also, check out our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/diebud. $10 a month. You get to watch every single show live and see us fumble before the show begins.
And we love to fumble.
As we panic because the music isn't playing.
Oh, God.
It's great.
Also, if you want to shoot us an email, go to OKBud. What is it again, Kyle?
OKBudPod@gmail.com.
Okay, Bud Pod.
We have a lot of animal news today.
Animals.
Yeah, it's not all good stories, but all of them involve animals.
Just going to ask if it was good or bad.
Yeah, but I do want to read a little bit of an email that we got from a fellow named Bradley. He says, I wanted to take a moment to express my excitement for the future of OK Bud. He says, it's great to see you guys stick together, continue the show. Oh. He says the first 2 episodes were electric.
Boogie, woogie, woogie.
Which is the first time I think any of us have been called electric.
Whoa.
Well, maybe
I'm
not you.
electrifying.
No, you're electrifying. That's true. I'm not like, when people see me, they're not like, no, that man's electric.
Yeah, it's more like, oh, someone should switch out that bulb.
Yeah, exactly. He's a little dim. So thank you so much, Brad, for that kind email. All right, today's first story, loneliness.
Loneliness.
A lot of people say that January is the loneliest month of the year.
Uh-oh.
After the holidays, you hung out with your family, you had Thanksgiving, you had Halloween, you had all these fantastic things to do with friends.
Yeah.
And then January comes and your boss is like, you got to come back in the office 5 days a week now.
Oh, that sucks. January is my birthday month. So.
Well, it's good for you.
It's good. I try to make it a little positive, but yeah, it is rough. Everyone just came back. Everyone just spent all their money for the holidays. And then they're like, oh, another birthday? No.
They're done. People who are trying to be healthier are like, I'm just not drinking the month of January, but it's really not going to change anything. June is still going to suck. Maybe not.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
But it's not just a lonely time of the year for human beings. It's also a lonely time for a sunfish.
Oh.
Isn't this for a sunfish? It's a fish that loves the sun.
Oh.
So naturally it's in captivity. So this fish, it's this big ass fish, right? And it's at this aquarium and it's in Japan. And the aquarium, no one came to visit because it was all closed, right? Because I guess, I don't know.
Why?
I have no idea.
Do aquariums of seasonal times?
They say it was temporarily closed for renovations. So they were doing different stuff. So the sunfish is like, God dang it, man. Where are all the people I used to entertain?
Yeah.
It ain't no fun being a sunfish. First of all, I'm not in the sun. And second of all, what am I even doing here?
Right.
I'm hoeing for no one.
You at least used to give me something to do. Now there's no one around.
Yep. So it refused to tuck into its usual jellyfish diet, and it began mournfully rubbing its belly, which is the exact same way that I'm depressed when I start just rubbing my belly, and I'm just
How
like,
exactly did this fish rub its belly?
Well, it would rub it on the walls.
Oh.
You see, so it would kind of like...
So you would see it like move like upwards and like jimmy its belly onto the wall.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is how you get depressed. I've seen you do that.
I know. That's how it happens. So, Mai Kato, he told the Japanese newspaper that the sunfish, which arrived at the aquarium a year ago, had a, quote, curious personality. So it liked to be around people and obviously other sunfish.
Okay.
And it would swim up to visitors when they approached the tank. But again, no visitors were there because it's temporarily closed for renovations. They got to fix the bathrooms.
Right.
Get the water fountains out of there because everyone has their own water now.
Paint a wall bluer.
Yep, make it bluer so that the fish can bump into it. And that's kind of funny to watch. So the keepers, they had various theories about the sunfish. They were just like, maybe he's a Scorpio. Maybe, who knows what's going on with this guy. Maybe he was upset that he lost on a bet on FanDuel. But they found out it was because he wasn't seeing any people. So what did they do? Much like a shitty movie studio, they took a bunch of cardboard and they cut out human faces.
Oh my
God. And then
God.
they put them at the aquarium. look at. So those are cardboard cutouts,
Oh my God.
like COVID 2.0, where they were trying to make it look like there was an audience. And the fish now entertains a bunch of cardboard people, but they don't clap or do anything. So at some point, this fish is going to get the net that this audience stinks.
Yeah. He's going to be like, why aren't they moving? And how come only 2 of their shirts are real?
Well, that's very true.
Why did they randomly paste 2 actual shirts on some of the cardboard? But like this one lady, she doesn't get any clothes.
She's been beheaded.
She's just a head.
It's just a floating head, but he's a
Ahead of the
sunfish.
game.
Yeah, ahead of the game, and he's a sunfish, so maybe he doesn't know. He's like, people have changed.
Yeah, they're oddly still now.
I don't have any feet either. Maybe this is just like totally normal.
What's this fish's name? Does he have a name?
Sunfish.
His name is just Sunfish?
I don't know. I don't think they name them in Japan. They don't care like we do.
Should probably be Sunny.
Sonny the Sunfish,
Yeah.
although Sonny the pro wrestler ended up getting incarcerated for, I believe, manslaughter.
Oh.
Yeah, she killed people drinking and driving.
Yeah,
Oh.
she was so hot back in the day.
She's so gross now.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy. What a transformation.
It's a WWE deep cut. If you just want to Google Sonny,
Yeah.
who we're talking about, she was very, very attractive, but then she had a lot of alcohol and drug issues. And then again,
Oh no.
don't get behind the wheel of a car. You can Uber, Sonny.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway, this sunfish can't Uber because he's technically a slave. So at first, the people who take care of the sunfish were like, there's no way this is going to work. The idea is too goddamn stupid. And then one guy was like, it's just stupid enough to work.
Yeah.
like whoever decided to do that on baseball fields.
Exactly. So they said, this is a last resort. We're putting these stupid cardboard cutout people, we're going to line them up and then we're going to look at this sunfish do sunfish stuff. And it turns out the sunfish turned around the next morning and he was super happy and he was bubbly. And the staff said the fish obviously felt better and it felt so good. You know what it did?
What?
It waved its fins.
No, it didn't.
That's what they say. So he was like, hey guys, how are you? It was waving its fins,
Aww.
which I didn't even know they did that.
At the fake people.
At the fake people. It's like, yeah, wow, finally.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they're at least interchanging the cardboard with people, moving them around so it looks like there's foot traffic,
Right.
giving them a new face every now and then.
I mean, at some point, he's just going to exhaust himself, being like, I've done everything. I've stuck my own dick down here.
Yeah.
I've done all the fun stuff you want a sunfish to do, and you guys aren't reacting at all.
Yeah.
Right back to depressed.
Oh.
So who knows? Well, we don't know. That's my speculation.
Well, as uncaring as they are, it's kind of nice that they noticed he was depressed and made an effort to try to make him feel better.
Yes. Sunfish, apparently, they're very difficult to care for, right? So usually they're not in aquariums. However, recently, sunfish have become a delicacy in Japan.
Oh,
or maybe
no.
maybe it's
come
not
on.
recent. Maybe this is a long history. But nonetheless, so they kind of saved this sunfish because people were looking at the sunfish being like, that's a whole buffet of meat. And then they said, you know what? You're not eating this sunfish. This sunfish was brought on this earth to be
to shine.
to shine and be the
Lord.
Russell Crowe from Gladiator
Yeah.
for your entertainment, cardboard cutout people.
That's a sunfish?
They're huge. I thought they were tiny. I thought
Yeah.
sunfish were like the tiny little orange things.
What the hell is that?
It's a glorbler. I would call it, if I was the scientist, I'd be like, that's a glorbler right
That's
there.
definitely what that is.
But
Looks like it was stuck in a sewage pipe.
yeah,
Oh my God.
they went with sunfish. So, yes.
Better than shit blob.
Yeah, I mean, they are huge. They can live to be around 10 years old. And
Oh my
so
God.
who knows how old this sunfish is? But anyway,
Okay,
it's still
well,
around.
when the wild sunfish are depressed, what are they pressing their stomachs against?
Probably rocks.
Oh, okay.
Rocks down there. Maybe they're not depressed in the wild.
Oh yeah, they do have sun out there
They
after
have
all.
sun. They get the beautiful ocean. They get to swim and eat, and they're big enough where it's like no one's really fucking with the sunfish.
Seriously,
Yeah.
I wouldn't imagine seeing that thing at the beach.
Hell no. I'm not a sea person.
Yeah,
No.
no, me neither.
Yeah, my people, us redheads, we fought tirelessly to get off the oceans.
Yeah.
That's why we were Vikings.
Oh, right,
That's why
right,
we
right.
would land and treat everyone well
Obviously,
and
yeah,
never
yeah.
do anything bad.
Yeah, that's what pillaging means.
Good.
Pillage, yes,
Yes.
giving people pills.
Yeah,
Giving
yeah.
them pills, taking
Yeah.
care of the sick, taking care of the children.
Ah, yes, street pharmacy.
The
as they call
addicted.
it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to another animal adjacent story. So, as we saw with the wildfires here in California, there's no institution worse than large insurance companies,
Yeah.
which is literally why a murderer named Luigi Mangione, also an Italian,
Yeah.
is being
What?
praised in America.
I would have never guessed that.
I know.
His name.
No way he looks Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just see his bush hairs say racist stuff.
Yeah.
Like he is so Italian. Say hello to my little friend. Like it just says that when he pulls his pants down.
Whoa.
then
Well,
he's like-
that's not the right.
It's not that little. It's not that little. Okay?
Wait.
But apparently, when it comes to insurance companies, other than paying out the claims and fighting for everything's a pre-existing condition.
Yeah,
Even if
yeah.
you have animal insurance, by the way.
Which I've learned this week.
Yes, my boy
Jesus.
Puffin. I went when I first got him. He was on the meat market
Yeah.
in South Korea.
Ah.
So that's a lot. Like he wasn't treated well, right?
Oh my God.
He was about to be eating like the GD sunfish.
Jeez.
And I brought him to the vet. I was spending $300 a month in pet insurance, and I got the bill back. And then the vet was like, "It's pre-existing conditions," and I'm like, "Yeah, he's a fucking dog."
Yeah.
That's a
From South
pre-existing-
Korea.
Yeah. 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 That's going to come with some issues.
I had no idea that they did that with animals.
Yeah.
So
messed up.
you have to lie to them.
You have to say there's nothing wrong with your dog.
Yeah, he's perfect.
It's totally
Yeah.
perfect.
And I was like, oh, wow, this weird thing came up.
Yeah.
That's weird.
All healthy dogs wheeze and piss blood.
Right.
So, Operation Bear Claw. This is put forward by an insurance company that was worried that a couple of people in California, specifically San Bernardino County, were faking insurance claims saying that their cars were ransacked by bears.
Oh.
And the insurance companies were like, there's no goddamn way we're letting them get away with this.
Okay.
So 4 people were charged with insurance fraud for faking bear attacks with bear costumes. Which I let them have this.
That's awesome. They were like, we have the footage.
We have the footage. I'm half fucking bear. Please. But the insurance companies have their crack forces on this. So the
Yeah.
California Department of Insurance teamed up with San Bernardino County authorities to lead, quote, Operation Bear Claw,
Wow.
Okay.
which is not donut related,
No.
which usually these things are when it comes to law enforcement. That's a joke about how cops are fat and they eat donuts.
Yes.
So it
A lovely callback to the 90s.
I know.
No one says that anymore.
I know. I don't think they eat donuts anymore. I think they're onto like fucking straight up nitrates now.
Yeah, no, they eat violence. But anyway.
Well, they're like now they're more like creatine and jerky.
Yeah, they definitely they're like muscly now.
I don't mind a good fat cop.
Yeah.
You can run away, scamper. They shoot you.
They still helped in Die Hard.
They did.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So they determined that the 4 people attempted to defraud insurance companies, God forbid, the greatest crime you could commit in America,
Right.
by claiming a bear had entered their luxury cars and caused interior.
Damn, but they have luxury cars.
Yes.
Now I'm feeling less bad about it.
Well, also
Bored ass people.
they are. I think they might be. Well, you listen to the names and you tell me it's Reuben Tamarizan, Ararat Chirkononen, Elphia Zuckerman, and then Vahe. I'm not even going to try, and I apologize for that. But I believe that they might be. What's the big group out here?
Armenian?
Armenian. I think they might be Armenian. Anyway, they wanted a payout on their 2010's Rolls-Royce Ghost,
Wow.
the 2015 Mercedes G63 AMG, and a 2022 Mercedes E350.
Why are they getting into bear suits to destroy their luxury cars?
Well, because they wanted the payout because those are good vehicles, and they said,
Yeah.
a bear ate my car.
But if they can afford that vehicle, doesn't that mean that they're doing somewhat well for
I'm
themselves?
not saying that these guys are right. I'm just saying that the insurance company's Operation Bear Claw.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you, fucking Tom Cruise? Mission
Right.
Impossible. This is Mission
Yeah.
Very, very possible. Mission like super stupid.
Right.
So authorities, they brought in a biologist with the California Department of Fish and Wildlife to see whether the bear was real. And the expert then allegedly, the bears did not leave a trace, right? And the expert was like, damn, there'll be bear tracks here. Trust me, I know. I have sex with bears.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when they pick up a piece of poop, put it in their mouth, like, help.
Unfortunately, that's
Bear.
just a Snickers bar. I was really hoping that was bear shit. I've got nothing to go on, guys.
The trail's gone cold.
It's pretty much true. He was looking for saliva, urine, and hair.
Oh, wow.
So this bear pervert was out there being like, I don't even smell anything I want to kiss. So the biologist also said the scratches on the exterior of the car did not match what a bear claw's scratch would be. Again, why not help the people whose homes are burnt down? This is like insane.
Yeah, no, seriously.
This is 4 morons.
There are
trying to
other
get-
things at hand.
What's the mass payout they could get on these old cars? The oldest one being fucking 2 years old, 3 years old now. What is it,
I don't know.
$50,000?
If that.
I mean, they're morons because
Yeah.
they just ruined their own cars.
Yeah, they did. And they're not going to get the payouts for it.
And they thought it was a cartoon, and they're like, the bear did it.
Yeah.
Like, well, really, the bears did it.
fucking
yeah,
Yogi.
yeah.
Yogi did it.
Be careful with how you handle mushrooms, guys.
Yeah, that's true. So the Department of Insurance said in a statement, the expert opined it was clearly a human in a bear suit.
Expert.
The expert.
Clearly.
Upon further scrutiny of the video, which I don't know why they videoed it, I guess that's the evidence.
That's hilarious. They're
Yeah.
like, they'll believe us now.
Yeah. Look, Tommy, you're the biggest dumb fuck. You put the suit on.
Put the suit on. It's a bear suit.
Where's the video? We need this.
Yeah, seriously. Where's the video?
Upon further scrutiny of the video, the investigation determined the bear was actually a person in a bear suit. The suspects allegedly defrauded the insurance companies of $141,000. So that's what they were going to get, $141,000.
Oh my God.
Which again, definitely not worth it.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. Anyway.
Oh.
So jail records show all of them have been, they're being held on bail for $85,000,
Wow.
which is quite a bit. So I guess
Yeah.
it's like a big deal. And
Yeah.
these insurance companies,
They're really mad that they pretended to be a bear.
they're going to get their bear.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So these guys must be struggling.
That's so
A part of me, obviously, I encourage small amounts of mayhem. There's nothing wrong with that.
right.
This seems a little bit harmless. I mean, they only inflicted harm on their own cars.
They're morons.
Yeah.
And then the insurance companies are pretending like they're not making billions and billions to give the guys a little bit of money.
Yeah.
I don't care. They were just, I think if they didn't film it and they just said a bear attacked my Mercedes because
Yeah.
it's like not
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Nazi or anti-German or something.
Yeah.
Maybe they could have gotten away with it.
The insurance will usually ask for photos of evidence.
That's true.
Which
Oh.
you could leave like wreckage, damage
Yeah.
photos.
Or go be a man like RFK Jr. was, go find a fucking bear and throw it in your car.
I guess
That's
you could
true,
also
too. A
do
baby
that.
bear.
Yeah.
A baby bear.
Yeah.
Or what about, the raccoons ate my car.
Anything
Anything.
more realistic.
A bunch of bag of squirrels, throw it in your car.
Yeah.
Let them take care of business.
Yeah.
A bag of squirrels.
Do whatever you got to do. But don't, the bear suit, I mean, this is up there with the
Yeah,
Sasquatch.
instead they were like, all right, ready, Tom, go. And he's like, "Bah!" Like, you see, that's the fucking bear.
That's the bear. Oh.
Oh, no, I don't support them getting the money. If maybe
Well-
they had like a 2002 Honda Civic,
Sure.
then I'd be like, give them the money. They need this.
The pet insurance is like the biggest racket ever.
I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
And so when they get an email or like a claim comes through, they must just have the biggest laugh. Like
Yeah.
they
Oh
really
my
think
God.
they're gonna get this.
They're such psychopaths.
Yeah.
Stop, insurance companies. It's a little unfair. And they spent all of that. But it probably cost $141,000 in man hours just to solve the fact it was douchebags in a bear suit.
Yeah.
How much did they pay the appraiser?
Yeah,
Or the
yeah.
investigation, the time?
Yeah.
The investigator, the bear expert.
Also, I wouldn't even charge them with anything. I would just make them drive those stupid ass fucking cars around.
Yeah.
So that means there's a real pet detective out there.
Literally.
Wow.
Oh,
I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know Whoopi Goldberg was supposed to be Ace Ventura Pet Detective?
Oh, she stinks.
No way.
She really was. Well, Whoopi, back in the day when she was a stand-up and an actress, before the View is just corrupting. I don't know what happens on television, but it ruined everyone's souls and brains. But she was supposed to be Ace Ventura Pet Detective, but then she went on to do that movie with T-Rex instead.
Theodore Rex.
Theodore Rex.
Yeah.
Theodore Rex.
Because this was a time where Hollywood was like, we got to get all the animal movies out.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of fucking animal movies.
Yeah, they were
locked up.
super into like they had the best like behaved animals in Hollywood, I guess, at the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Jim Carrey got the script to Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, rewrote the thing, didn't get any credit for it, and then made the movie iconic.
Oh wow, that's wild.
Can you imagine that multiverse though, where Whoopi is the pet detective?
And that would have been a completely different movie. It sounds like.
I don't think it would be a movie anymore.
It wouldn't have any trans jokes in it. It wouldn't be what it was.
Wow.
You
wow.
never know. That was still pretty old.
Finkel is Einhorn. That was before. That was not.
Yeah, it was before all
That
of
was
this.
yeah. Then that's the biggest case of hemorrhoids.
I've ever seen.
I just think the movie would have.
turns her
Look
around. That's just picking balls.
I
in
didn't
her
get
ass.
that. I thought that she was full of. I thought that was shit.
Yeah, I was
When I
cocking
was a
balls.
kid, I
me
didn't know.
too.
I
Yeah,
don't know. I
me
was like,
too.
she
That's
pooped herself.
Absolutely
I also
disgusting.
Thought the same thing.
Yes.
Horrifying.
And people were just so disgusted because it was an unwanted kiss from her. So isn't she the aggressor? And very mean to that damn dolphin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very mean.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on with another animal story. Now, this is
Again?
another animal story. So this takes place in Romania. There was a chick. She was 34. She's very cute, right? Not that it matters. Everyone's special and worth it.
Yeah. Well, why didn't she look
Because-
smart?
She's Romanian.
Okay. So definitely, yes.
Very, very smart, the Romanian people. I've heard that. So a dog, and I'm being serious.
Uh-huh.
They like to read and write and walk and look.
Didn't you go there recently?
No, it was in Slovenia.
Oh, sorry.
Very intelligent.
Sla, not raw.
Not rough.
Ljubljana, the place so intelligent, I could be a diplomat. Tip my cat to you.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I just spoke with the guy who sent me out there, my boy Matt, who's in LA, or who was in DC, and he said that they said I got the highest report.
Out
I
of,
was the best speech. And there was like professors and stuff there.
out of like 4?
No, probably 12.
Whoa.
They said I was the best.
Oh, that's nice. I believe that.
Adriana Nigo, Romanian, she died and she was alone for 5 days in her house. And all of a sudden, all of her friends are like, where the hell is this chick?
How did she die?
Oh boy.
Apparently, it was natural causes and there was no foul play.
What?
However,
34 natural causes?
well, they said there was no foul play and no drugs. They didn't find any reason to think that something bad had happened to her other than,
Dying?
yeah.
That's pretty bad.
But after death, this is something interesting. She had 2 beloved pugs, and apparently after a few days, they just started gnawing on her.
Oh,
Yeah, and they ate damn near half of her.
no
Oh.
way.
Yes, so ambulance crews, they confirmed that she was dead. There was no apparent signs of violence. There was no clear cause of death after the autopsy. Which, by the way, side note, Autopsy of Jane Doe. Jerry and I watched it.
Oh my God.
Fantastic.
Such a good movie. The movie is called The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Really fantastic.
It's a weird, it came out like 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's like old.
It was really good.
So they walk in and they're like, okay, no idea why she died. All we know is her pugs are super full and it looks as if they have been eating what her parents called a beautiful angel. According to her friend Maria Alexandra, they say another angel has gone to heaven.
Well, yeah.
My beautiful sister, Anda Sasha, is no longer among us. So that's what they were saying. And a lot of condolences, really just a lot of sadness. Mostly this story is just about people saying that they can't believe the news and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But again, the focus that I would like to have on is these 2 unbelievably cute pugs.
Yeah.
who
And they
ate her.
did determine in the autopsy that she was.
Well, they just kind of saw that she was all gnawed on.
She was eaten up by the dogs, but then also. But
Yeah.
that wasn't the cause of death.
No, I don't think the pugs had the ability to just start eating her and then she couldn't kick
Yeah.
them out. I mean, that would take a long time.
Yeah, it would take a long time. But she was in the house for like 5 days.
She was in the house for like 5 days. So the meat probably got kind of soft and the pugs just really
Oh.
went in.
Oh.
Now, both dogs have been removed and they're in a shelter, but I
Poor
would say
things.
they're cannibals. Oh, not
Are
really
they
cannibals.
They're meat eaters. They're carnivores.
They're carnivores, yeah.
Yeah, and they're
But like if you go to the shelter and you're like, one pug ate a person, this pug didn't eat a person.
yeah. You're probably gonna go with the one that did not eat a person yet.
Look how old this one is. It's a senior little guy.
I know,
Yeah,
he's
she was-
super
she
cute.
was-
He was probably just licking her to death.
Oh, poor thing.
Aw.
You know, it's usually people usually say it's the cats that will eat you alive.
Yes,
and
that's what I'm
die in
saying.
your
They will.
apartment. So, will they?
And they
Because
start
those
at
are
your
2
face.
dogs.
Yeah.
Those are 2 little tiny dogs.
That's
So-
dogs can do it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think cats will scratch you to death and use you like a carpet post, and
Yeah.
then the dogs might eat you alive. I don't know.
Right. I'm kind of happy that the cute little pugs had a chance to become ravage again.
I
Rabid.
love it. Exactly. Yeah. Dog dominating in cat dominated fields.
Yeah, but there's a picture of her eating a bunch of food and hamburgers and stuff, and isn't that ironic?
Don't you think?
Because that is indeed what she became for the dog.
Aw.
So be careful out
Damn.
there. You can look at your pugs.
Don't trust your best friend.
I just wonder, in Romania, an email again, okbudpod@gmail, do they treat dogs like we do here, which is better than babies?
Yeah.
Like, because my dog is just like he owns the house.
Yeah. But they
I think
always do.
Everyone's dogs like own the house. Like they
Yeah.
put them in clothes and what I don't do. I'm a straight.
Yeah.
I'm a straight white male.
Right.
And I'm
Right.
not putting my fucking dog in a dress. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe a little football jersey, which is just the same thing.
A little block of cheese on his head.
Little favorite jersey.
Well, I have a hairless cat, so I have to clothe him. It's not out of it's luxury; it's out of necessity.
But I know, I agree. But I wonder, in Romania, are the dogs just a little bit more like old, like, you know, those
Do you
commercials?
think these pugs were like hauling over a sleigh or something?
Inside every dog is a wolf.
Sure.
You know those commercials where they're like, your dog's a wolf. And I look over at Jerry and I'm like, I don't.
I got that dog in me,
Yeah.
but it's Jerry.
He's trying to give himself a red rocket right now. I don't remember wolves doing that.
Jerry freaked out when we had squirrels jumping on the roof.
Oh,
That wolf went away real quick.
Well, that's because the squirrels sounded like atomic bombs dropping, because I have a tin roof as if I live in Mississippi in 1912.
That's weird.
And they flopped out of a tree, and it was just like boom.
Yeah.
Oh
We're like, what
my-
the fuck? And then it was just two squirrels just fucking.
Well, that would
Going
freak
nuts.
me out.
Yeah.
Yes, to Jerry's credit.
Yes.
To Jerry's
That's
credit.
true.
All right. There's one more story that we really don't have to go into too much detail on, but it's just kind of cute. I'm sure people saw this study. It's kind of an older study, but I thought it was funny, and Jerry sent it our way. In 2011, at Albany Medical College, they gave all these mice a bunch of drugs, right? Mice and rats.
Yeah.
And they found that rats, when they were sober, they liked silence, or they would listen to a little bit of Beethoven. But then they gave them a bunch of cocaine, and then the rats couldn't get enough of jazz.
Wow.
This is where I would like to be a scientist. Be like, give them coke. Like, I could do that.
Give them cocaine.
My buddy John Ozale studied neuroscience, and that's what he did in college was hook up these rats and put a direct line. It was like a straw that went from like a bag of coke into their brain.
No way.
He had video of it. It was actually really gnarly.
I swear
They
some
cut
of
the
my friends
tops-
do that
They
too.
cut the
Dude.
tops of their fucking heads off, and they have the brain exposed, and the like coke just goes directly into the brain.
That sounds like a horror movie.
It was crazy.
Out of all the experiments you could be in, though, as a rodent, like, that one's not bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
It's like when you go to Vietnam, but you're stationed in Germany, and you're just like, how was your experience? Fucking big tits, a lot of beer,
yeah,
you know?
a lot of shit.
How was it for you? Well, they cut my legs off to see if they would grow back. Turns out they didn't. It
didn't.
sucked.
Yeah, no.
My whole experience. But you just did a bunch of drugs. Huh?
Yeah, I got
That
to do
one,
coke
yeah.
and get really horny. It was pretty awesome.
Steve the rat was like, I don't know, guys. I think it went pretty well, but now I'm feeling like I have a little bit of a different habit. I feel kind of different. But that's so weird. Why were they? And why jazz of all things? How
I think
come not?
jazz just got it's got a lot. There's a lot going on.
There's so much going on. It's jazz, not musical dissonance.
Right. If peeing your pants is cool, consider me Miles Davis. So after they were that's from
Sandler.
Billy Madison.
Yeah, Billy Madison.
The rats were given cocaine and played Miles Davis over a period of a few days. The rodents preferred jazz even after the drug was out of their system. So once you like start getting into coke, even when you're sober, you're like, you know what though, jazz. It unlocks something in my rat brain, and I'm just down with it.
I just kind of love it now. Wait, what is the point of this experiment? What
No
does it
fucking
prove?
idea. This is where science and stupidity do combine. Like, what happens if we give them coke? It's like I can't. Have we tried like throwing it?
Yeah, I mean,
Is that like a hot take? Like when they're sober, they enjoy silence.
like
But-
they could have done any music. Like why not like some Slipknot?
Well, we don't want them to be trash.
They could have loved some heavy metal.
They would escape.
Okay, they're rats. They're not scumbags.
Yeah.
Whoa, scumbag over here. I love Slipknot.
I know you do.
Come on.
Yeah,
I love Slipknot.
They would have been too crazy and eating the doctors like the fucking pug did to that lady.
Yeah, you want
Yep.
these coked out rats listen to Rage Against the Machine, and all of a sudden they're fucking communists.
Take the power back.
The study
Oh,
made it to
man.
the top 10 list of most ridiculous research on animals of 2011, which I love that there's a top 10 list
And
of
this
most ridiculous.
proves, I guess it proves that jazz music is only for the psychopathic people.
Yeah, jazz.
Maybe.
You got to be in a mood.
You gotta be in a mood for jazz.
I would go to a place occasionally in the West Village when I lived in New York called the Blue Note.
I love the
used to
Blue
go
Note.
there.
I used to go there.
Yes.
And I would
Yeah.
go to Mona's.
You went to Mona's.
Yeah, they would have like a jam session. Everyone that went to the bar like had their own trombones and shit, and they would just switch out, go back into the
awesome.
crowd, and
Yeah.
then get on stage. And everyone, I was just there, like, what the hell? This is amazing.
And what was the name of that one joint? Something Last Resort or Hideaway? Marie's Crisis.
Wow.
Marie's
know that
Crisis.
one.
Yes, there was
Neither.
a very famous gay one.
Oh,
It was down in the West Village as well. But yeah, there you sip on a nice whiskey. Maybe
Yeah.
you're on a date or something.
Usually.
You can put yourself in a jazz frame of mind.
Yeah, you can. You dress up all night.
Yeah, exactly.
There's someone in the front, a little band.
Yes.
It's cute.
According to Eric Kleiman, this guy is no fun. He says, we thought that this was a particularly wasteful study. Miles Davis and Beethoven with rats. I mean, come on. Shut up.
Literally nobody asked you to be here. Why
Yeah.
is this guy here?
According to Jeffrey Gordon, they say the ultimate goal of this research is to find medications that can help diminish drug cravings in humans, which I also will say is a stretch.
Yeah.
Like they just had to be like, so why did we do it? We didn't just want to give them Coke and see if they dance, right? Like, well, we did, but let's see, like, what was the point? To diminish drug cravings in humans.
So
Okay.
take away jazz and they won't like cocaine anymore? Is that
Yeah,
what we're supporting?
we're talking about the chicken and the egg for a long time. What came first? They have decided the chicken.
What came first, jazz or cocaine?
Oh, okay. I really do want to know.
Actually, there's no way to know. I don't know either.
Uppers or jazz?
yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough. That's
The
a
many
tough-
wonders of the world.
It really is. All right. Well, let's move on to Russia. And we're out of animal news, although you could argue that these men are animals in their own right. So as a society, we're having an interesting conversation about what it is to be a man.
Oh.
What's masculinity?
Oh, masculinity is when you open your legs really far apart so that you can sit comfortably.
So you don't crunch your balls.
So you don't crunch your balls, and we know
Yeah.
for women sit more larger than men do.
Right, because we have to take up space
You have to take up
in a
space.
male-dominated
The
world.
labia. Okay, I've been on the subways
boo.
before. I don't remember leaving a beautiful puddle of blood when I stood up.
Whoa.
Which I saw multiple times on the subway. It was like, lady, wear pants today. What is wrong with you?
It was pantsless January recently.
Yeah, they do that.
They have a pantsless thing on the
does that?
subway.
In
New York
the
City.
they do underwear thing, and it's
Yeah.
disgusting, and the whole city is full of fucking disease, and everyone's just like
Yeah,
whimsical.
and
about it.
everyone's wearing like the top half of their business suit, but like just
Everyone just
underwear.
goes Winnie the Pooh style.
Yeah,
they go
everyone Winnie the
Pooh.
Pooh.
Jesus.
And literally, it's Winnie the shit because
Yeah.
the subways are literally covered.
And it's also the coldest month ever.
Oh, balls are all up in the stomach.
Everything is all.
Men.
Oh,
What
right.
does it mean? We have the perversion of masculinity that the Andrew Tates of the world put out there, which is really
Yeah.
just a sign that the person is super weak. And I'm an alpha. It's like you're just very insecure. We can tell.
Yeah.
In Russia, they're having something very similar. Men are getting tattoos of facial scars
Oh,
to look
no.
more tough.
No.
Just when you thought synthol was bad, the thing you inject into your body to make it look like you have muscles.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
This is that, but the tattoo version. So Russian men are paying tattooists for cosmetic looking scars. This is up 20%. They're paying $19, I guess, per centimeter to look like they're scary and intimidating by getting scars on their body, on their face specifically.
Getting tattoos of scars. It's weird because if you just tattooed it without ink, it would still leave a scar.
You honestly, if you're going to do this, you have to have a buddy cut you.
You should probably just do it the natural way because it's still like self-harm.
Yep. So apparently it's a scarification. It's a form of body art that involves, so they do kind of say it's scratching, etching, burning, or superficially cutting designs, pictures, or words into the skin. And then they can take up to a year to heal. And obviously then you get your little scar.
Get your little scar,
wow.
or you can make it look like you just got freshly punched in the face every single day of your life forever.
This is so Russians are so confused.
That's so weird. But at the same time, it's still like a form of, like body modification, like girls tattooing on their eyebrows, getting fake
Right.
boobs,
Sure. And
tattooing a scar.
Just get into a fight or get hit by a car.
Yeah, you should probably just get into a fight.
I mean, it is, if you're in Russia and you don't have a facial scar by 30, are you even Russian?
No.
Actually, yeah, that's true. Why are they so clean cut?
They're not supposed to be.
They're not supposed to. They're supposed to be like rugged and,
Yeah, tough, stupid.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like this is appropriation. I had to get hit by a fucking car head on when I was on my bike
Yeah.
at 15 years old, so I could get a fucking nice facial scar.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought that's because you were born with a cleft palate.
No.
Yeah.
No. It looks like that though.
So people took to social media, specifically Gasha Baczynski, and they said, no matter Gasha, they said, no matter how you dress a donkey, it will never become a horse, which is an insult.
Yeah.
And they say it's always been fashionable to be a moron.
Oh my God.
That never goes out of style.
That does not go out of style. You either tattoo some scars on you or you put on a bear suit and you attack your car.
They should have gotten the guy in the bear suit to give him the scar.
Yeah, they should have. That way you'd be like, I've got to a fight with a bear.
So, but then some people say that it's okay. They say it goes both ways. They can do whatever they want with their bodies. It's stupid, yes, but let's not get judgy. The
Yeah.
only intolerance is for the intolerant.
Oh God,
This
shut
is
up.
not a civil rights issue.
No.
This is about morons in Russia getting
What are we-
fake
wait,
tattoo scars.
What are we intolerant about?
They're making fun of them. They say the only intolerance is intolerance.
Yeah.
The only thing we're
About
intolerant
what?
about is intolerance.
Who are we? What?
They're saying judge not.
Lest you be a moron.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
But no, you are judged. You are so judged.
definitely judged.
Yeah.
You're not getting away with this one. This doesn't have anything to do with anything other than stupidity.
Yeah. If there's someone at the bar and they have a scar, and I'm like, what's the story behind that scar? And they say, oh, I got it down, but Steven did it down the road.
Yeah, yeah. The tattoo.
I'd be like, oh,
shop.
you got into a fight? And he's like, no.
I got it.
I paid a lot of money for this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Yeah,
Yes.
no. I have a couple facial scars. I don't know if you can see them anymore, but they were. I did fall off a moped when I was like 12.
Nice.
I got one right here from when I had my eyebrow pierced. It got ripped out during football. I got one on my tongue when I had my tongue
Ugh.
pierced. But then Chris Rock said that all people with tongue piercings suck dick.
That's true.
No, it wasn't true. I had a huge biohazard thing. It was really cool.
You had the big vertical
Yeah.
lollipop one.
Yeah, but it was,
that was for penis sucking.
no. I had a
Biohazard?
fucking I was in a metal fizz.
He's like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
eat
yeah.
toxic waste.
You also had an eyebrow piercing while you played football.
Oh my god. Yeah, I have two gay older brothers. All right. So whatever. I was a cool kid in my own world.
Yeah.
So according to tattoo artist at Ink Devil Tattoo in Moscow,
Mm-hmm.
they say they have specialized in piercings and scarifications for over a decade. She said, in principle, piercing and scarification are the same, only from a slightly different angle, it being that they are different, in my opinion.
Okay.
But she says they're the same, scarification and tattooing.
Yeah. They sound kind of the same. They're still, just body modification.
Well, scarification is like you're actually going through with getting cut, so that's a little bit better. Doing an actual tattoo is just you're a dork.
Although I don't like when people do the scarification. Like I know someone that like peeled off a moon shape of skin on their face. So now there's like a moon shaped thing. And it
Didn't
just,
that one gal who really lost her marbles that was on the Disney Channel? Something with a B. She's really nutty, unfortunately. She talks like she's a robot. Like, hi, everybody. This has been great to be here.
I don't know.
Amanda Bynes.
Oh, yeah.
I think she
Bynes.
did something like that.
That's a thing.
Oh, she got like a
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah, the heart
Yeah.
thing.
Whether it's like peeling skin off or like putting something in there so it's bumpy.
Yeah.
This is
I have sympathy for her because I don't even know what happened. She looked like she got like lobotomized, but then all the
Yeah.
Nickelodeon stuff was probably horrible. Or Disney.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what channel she was on. One of those.
Yeah,
two.
yeah.
It was Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah. She had to deal with Dan Snyder.
Ugh.
Yeah, not good.
So, lastly, when it comes to this, there's one cosmetic scar. There's one person that's kind of famous for it. And this is what he said. And it almost makes me flip my entire script here. He said, I just find it cool. I wanted a cool scar. I did it. I'm not brutal. I'm not tough. I'm not a great African fighter or a fucking
What?
killer. I'm just a simple guy who loves death metal, and I want to have a cool look, like a character from a movie. If you don't like that, fuck off. So at least he admits that he's a total bitch. I have no
Yeah,
idea
yeah.
why it says I'm not an African. I'm not black. Okay.
Yeah.
That was a weird flex.
But he just loves death metal. So at least he
Yeah.
did embrace the fact he's a total pussy.
Yeah.
And he's just doing this so he can look cool superficially. But then at some point, like when you're with your gal or so, you're in Russia still, so people would be like, let me have your wife or something. You do have to defend her because it's still Russia rules.
Yeah. And then,
You'd be like, this scar's fake. Scar's fake, guy. I don't fight.
yeah.
Yeah, and then you're done.
Right.
You're toast.
And then the girl walks away with your opponent.
Because in Russia, that kind of masculine, she'll be like, I like him better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all seen what Ivan Drago pulled.
Because guys who think like that think that them having a scar would be like, a sign that they would fight. But no guy is ever looking being like, oh man, he has a scar on his face. I shouldn't fuck with that guy.
No.
Shouldn't fight him.
Like those kind of guys will just punch the shit out of you no matter what.
Yeah.
Especially the Russians. They're all fucking lunatics.
You
Oh
look
my
more
God.
dangerous.
Yeah.
If anything, you look more punchable.
Right.
You look like I should probably go first.
Yeah, I could
because-
cut that open. That's what happens
Yeah.
with boxers. When they have the
Right.
scars, they all get cut open easier.
Yeah.
I wonder if Street
Dummies.
Fighter is to blame for this. Remember Zangief?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
believe he had a facial scar, and I think he was Russian.
Mm.
Oh, maybe that's where you got the look from.
Tiger. Is that the same guy?
So, just lastly, we are going to. So, we're going to do a butt of the week, but it could come anytime during the week.
Yeah.
that's what
any
that's
time.
the rule I made.
Okay.
So we can do that.
We're making rules here.
We're making rules. So, butt of the week might be on Monday, might be on Tuesday,
Yeah.
it could be Thursday, it could be Wednesday. That's why you have to tune in for every episode.
Keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
This week's butt of the week. It's the end of an era. The band, one of the greatest musical entities of all time, has lost its final member, Garth Hudson. Passed away at 87 years old. He's a total icon. For those that don't know the band, please go listen to them up on Cripple Creek. They're Canadian. Don't judge them for that because they are American classics.
Oh, I don't know them.
You've heard the band. You've heard the
What's the band?
The name of the band is The Band. Because what they would do is
okay.
they would
I
basically
heard
they
of the
would do
band.
background music for like all the biggest stars.
Yeah.
And they were just referred to as Get the Band. So they were like, we went with The Band.
Yeah.
Yeah, Richard Manuel. I mean, you just Levon Helm, the whole crew.
Not to be confused with P. Diddy's The Band.
No, these guys never
Really?
walked across the Brooklyn Bridge to get P. Diddy cheesecake that eventually he would shove up a child's ass.
Oh no.
Oh my God. By the way, at some point we're going to get into that.
Yeah.
What is
The Diddy stuff. Diddy
Yeah.
the diddler.
Yeah.
it's nastiness.
Yeah.
And I will say that jail he's in Brooklyn. So who's who?
Yeah.
My God almighty. But anyway, we're talking butt of the week. Garth Hudson. Hudson joined Hawkins' band. That would be Ronnie Hawkins when he was 24 years old. And then he was with Levon Helm, Robbie Robertson, and Rick Benko. And of course, Richard Manuel, who committed suicide because he was so depressed about his performance in the documentary
Oh, Jesus.
that Scorsese made because he was like, oh, I look like a drug addict. It's like, buddy, you're a rock star. Be a rock star.
yeah.
Aw.
Come on, it's all right. So anyway, it's the end of an era. Garth Hudson, your butt of the week. And thank you so much for everything you did in this life.
Yeah, man.
And 87, that's a hell of a run. I mean,
For a
Pretty
rock
good run.
star,
yeah.
Yeah.
it's like
actually.
unheard of.
Yeah.
Right?
Super rare.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you for listening. Do we have anything else today, boys?
I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. We'll be back tomorrow. Again, thank you so much for giving to our Patreon, patreon.com/diebud. Follow us all on Instagram. That's really the only socials that we use. Kyle Plouffe, Miss_Jerry, Jerii. And of course, I am Ben Kissel 1. Why Ben Kissel 1? Because I also have Ben Kissel, but I fucked it up. I forgot my password. Now I'm Ben Kissel 1. So I did that to myself. But give me a follow as I'm still hemorrhaging followers. All right, everyone. Hail yourselves. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.